Hello everyone, Tough here. Super excited to be sharing some footage with you of the new release from 4Horse Games, Miles and Kilo. You all know I love dogs, and Kilo is a dog, and he's a cute dog, and it makes the game perfect. Just kidding. There's lots of things that make the game perfect, but it's not just Kilo. You're probably a little bit familiar with four horse games. That's a tongue twister. If you've played their previous title, Kid Trip, I've got a review of that game over on PS3 Imports YouTube channel, so you can check that out. I'll put a link at the bottom. But basically, Miles and Kilo is a sequel, but it's packed with a lot more content, I think, than Kid Trip had. It's all in all a better version of Kid Trip, but not to take away from Kid Trip at all. It's a great game also, and it holds its own. But Miles and Kilo definitely is more of my favorite between the two, for sure. In Miles and Kilo, you're tasked with finding all of your airplane parts because some mysterious little crazy creature guy knocks you out of the air, makes you crash, and then all of his little minion friends take off with your parts, so you've got to get them back in order to keep on with wherever it was you were going. Miles and Kilo do offer some completely different play styles. You can turn off auto run when you're playing with Miles, and while you play with Kilo, it's like straight auto run. There's no way to turn that off or to make that easier. You've just got to go. Personally, I really love the gameplay, especially when you are controlling Kilo, because I like that auto run. Granted, you could force the auto run with Milo, but it just, I don't know, something about the feel of Kilo's mechanics, the way you can kind of press the cross button in order to ram into the enemies, I thought was just really well done. The fact that he's cute and pulling Milo along in typical dog doesn't know how to walk on a leash style just makes it all the better. Love it. The game does have 36 levels across 5 different worlds. Each level doesn't take much more than 30 seconds. Some are shorter. Some are as short as 15 seconds. Some are longer, up in the 45-second range. But they're quick levels. Getting an S rank on each one is going to take a little bit of practice because you've got different things that you've got to do before you can achieve that. There's a time requirement, a coin requirement, a death or not too many death requirement, and then also you have to end each level with all of your fruit, and you get fruit in order to take out enemies. But the game gives you, you get points for getting through it without having to use those. So there's something to be said for not being violent and aggressive. All in all, it's so precious. The bosses in it are really cool. The World 1 boss is just, I can't say enough how amazing that boss is. Footage of that one is towards the end of the review. It's just great. If you have any kind of passion for dogs and for cats and their dynamic, it makes this boss fight just like the most epic of epic boss fights, or as much epicness as a 16-second boss fight can give you, which I know sounds crazy, but it really is. It's just great. It's a super unique game. I think the platinum is relatively easy. I believe as of right now, there's actually some folks who have already completed it on the Vita, maybe, probably even PS4. I'm not sure. I haven't checked that out yet, but I think it's going to take a little bit of practice because you've got to kind of get that perfect run in each one. The nice thing is the levels are easy, so with a little bit of repetition, you get them down pretty quick. I am hoping to unlock time attack mode, which you do after you beat the complete game. Once you unlock time attack mode, you're able to play it, and my goal is to get there and then to hopefully rack up a pretty epic run, and then see if there's anyone out there who can challenge me on it. So that's my goal. Look out for that video hopefully in the future. If you don't see it, it's probably because I failed miserably and suck at the game, which is possible. I love lots of games that I'm no good at. So yeah, it's a great game. Pick it up. It's got 4 stacks. You've got PS4 and Vita. You've got it on the North American store and the European store. It's 70. My God, wouldn't that be something? It's $7.99 on the North American store. So not at all unreasonable for the content. I think that is well worth the game you're getting. I would put this at my favorite indie of the year so far. I say so far because games are coming out constantly, but yeah, it is wondrous. I love it. Thank you all so much for listening. I'll have more reviews out in the future. If you enjoy these, definitely give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, show it to your mom. Maybe don't do that. That would be weird. No, it wouldn't. Show it to your mom, definitely. Show it to everyone. And if you have any suggestions, comments, anything of the like, please put them in the comment section, or you can always catch me on Twitter. I've got all that information in the description. Anywho's, longest thank you ever, but yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace out.